Hey everyone, and welcome to Weight Loss Wednesday. I'm Chef AJ, the author of Unprocessed, The Secrets to Ultimate Weight Loss and Own Your Health. And this is where I show you recipes for healthy, permanent, and sustainable weight loss. So 10 years ago, my first book, Unprocessed, came out, and now a publisher has contacted me and wants to republish a 10th anniversary edition, which I'm very excited about because it has beautiful photos from Kaminsky, and a lot of the recipes are going to be updated. Not that there was anything wrong with the recipes, but many of them were very high in fat. I used a lot of nuts, seeds, and avocado, and for some people that are struggling with weight or food addiction, those ingredients don't always work well. So I'm revamping some of the recipes. And one of my favorite recipes from Unprocessed was the PB&J bites, which I'll link to the original version below if you'd like to try it. And I have a version that tastes remarkably similar, but with a lot less fat and a lot less calories, because instead of using peanuts, which are 180 calories for a quarter cup and 16 grams of fat, I am using oats, which have only 75 calories for a quarter cup and less than 2 grams of fat. And remarkably, they taste similar in this recipe. One of the things I'm also doing differently in these revamped recipes, instead of using dates, I am using raisins. Golden raisins are wonderful as a dried fruit in these recipes, and some people have said they just don't want to have dates in the house, or I think there are a few people that are allergic to dates, but always feel free to substitute any dried fruit for any other one that you want. I'm actually using the NUTRAMILK machine as my food processor. I originally got this to make plant milk in a very economical fashion, but I found out it's like the strongest food processor you can imagine. It cuts down the time so much, and I just love it. So I start with the oats, and I'll have the recipe below. What I love about the NUTRAMILK is it's got these wiper blades so that you don't have to start and stop. So now I'm just going to process these oats for probably 30 seconds or less. That was actually 20 seconds, but it appeared to be done in about 10 because this machine is so powerful. And now I'm going to add my dry fruit in equal amounts. I have got some unsweetened, unsulfured cherries. When you dry fruit, realize that it's still calorically dense. However, you want to get a brand, preferably that has no added oil or sulfites or sugar, and many brands are like that. And now I'm going to process again for maybe about a minute. So that was a minute. And now I'm just going to test that it's, oh yeah, perfect. So what I like to do is I like to work with it already poured in a bowl. It's just a little easier than getting it from the food processor. And then you can actually just press this in any pan if you want, but I like making them individual and bite-sized. You can see that it sticks together. I could roll this in a ball. This can be a little truffle if I want, any size. The way you know it's ready is if I can break it in half and it sticks together, and it is. But I like to use this little silicone mold and have little, like brownie bites. And then that's also good for portion control, but it's a fun way to serve it. And if you have kids, get them involved, let them do the pressing. I just love this machine because it just really makes less work of this recipe, and it makes the fruit so fine. And again, you can play around with it. There's no reason you couldn't use apricots, any kind of dried fruit you want, but you want one half of the fruit that you're using at least to be a sweeter one, like a raisin or a fig or a date, in my opinion. But it's amazing how I'm discovering, as I revamp the recipes in Unprocessed, that I can lower the fat by using things like white beans, oats, even steamed cauliflower. So I probably don't need to show you how to do all of these. And this will make 24, by the way, this recipe. Sometimes I make a half, and I keep these in the freezer, and if I want just a little sweet sometimes after dinner, I'll just take one out and I'll have it with some fruit, and it's very satisfying. By the way, this can also be a pie crust too. So there we go. And you don't need to put them in the freezer. Actually, they're done right now because they're raw, and you can see you have this little bite of heaven. So I hope you will try this recipe, and if you try it, please let me know if you like it. And thanks so much for watching Weight Loss Wednesday. I'm Chef AJ, and I truly believe you can have both the health and the body that you so richly deserve. Take care.